I don't know if you're anything like me, but when I see those eyes, that trauma, there's a certain amount of anger that swells up inside of me.
She does have on her kennel card the word nervous, probably from staff, just observing her. And I could probably guess the reason is due to how she was found.
Oh no, how did they find her?
But I'll tell you what, I set that aside. And I'm glad I do, because you'll see it firsthand if you stick around in this video. There's hope. And you can see it through her bravery. Okay, let's go sit with her and stick around for a very special Olive pup date towards the end.
If you ever find yourself not trusting someone and you don't know why you can't trust that person, I'll break it down for you in a very simple way. And I don't mean the people where you go, oh, I can't trust them, that you already know. But the first one where you can't really get your thumb on why you can't trust them is because they're not doing the hard work. They're not doing the hard things. This is what I've noticed. Because it's hard to trust. And the reason it's hard to trust is because you don't want to be left to feel like a fool. You open yourself up, you're very vulnerable, and then that person is untrustworthy, and you go, why did I allow myself to do that? And dogs are the same way. I think we don't give them enough credit for how willing they are to show their trust externally. We try to hide it. They try and show it. If you're ever working with a dog, which if you're watching this, you probably want to do or could do, but if you're ever working with a dog and you get that feeling of like, how can I help this dog? What can I do for this dog? You can break it down into giving them small reasons to trust you. Right now, this dog does not trust me. They are watching that door because they want out of here. The attendee left a long lead in here because they know that this dog is what I think is most likely they know that this dog is unlikely to come be by me. And so having a longer lead can help with that because you can draw them in. But I don't think we're going to need that because I want to invite the dog to trust me, not force the dog to trust me. And in some shelters, that has to be done because time is not on their side. But today, we're going to try with something very simple, a tool that is very inexpensive, and that is a treat. Sometimes it seems so simple. I guess first, let's see if it works. So that is our first little trust treat in the treat jar of trust. Sorry, that sounds weird. But that's our first little stone of trust. And we'll do it again. I was specifically putting these treats over by the door because this dog is already safe and comfortable by the door. And oh my gosh, can we just talk about how pretty this dog is? She is gorgeous. And so what she's doing right now, she's using her ears and she's starting to use her nose. I want the nose working because that's the number one thing with the dog. And if their nose is working, it's taking up a majority of space in their brain and allowing them to be a dog. Looking and listening are more attributes that we ask for, and then they don't get to use their best sense, smell, which allows them to trust. Now I'm going to do something here that I've been thinking about, and I'm going to smile when I give the treat, and I'm going to allow her to pick what hand she wants a treat from. Now, the trust is in the fact that there's a treat in both hands, but she can probably smell it. Go ahead. So So we're just putting more trust in the trust bucket. If someone explained this really good, I'll put their name on the screen. I'll have to find them later. But they said it's like a jar of marbles. Every time you put a marble in that jar of trust, you realize that person is more trustworthy. And so we're essentially doing that. That's what we do. It's what we do with the Pac-Man, where we lay out a row of treats to allow the dog to come to you. Is why in every situation, I don't go in and just goo gaga over the dog and scrunch their little face into my face, even though I want to. I take the time. I look away. I let them come to me. I don't need this lead right now because she gets to make the decision to come over here when she wants to. Again, not every situation allows for that, but in this situation it does, because I'm here, I'm present, I've got time, and we're going to learn this dog's story, which I'll bet she has a story. You know what else she has that are attributes that I really like when I see a dog is she has curiosity and bravery. Now, if you look at her tail, you can see that she's not letting herself believe that just yet. But if you watch her ears and you watch the way that she's reading the room and she's open to reading the room, it shows that she has the capability to be brave and be curious and use her nose, but she's not allowing her body to feel that yet because she feels like she has to be on defense. But the thing is, you can only be on defense so long. Your body only allows that heightened state of defense and fear for so long before it starts to go into shutdown mode. And so she's either coming out of that or she's going to go into that if we don't help her. And I'll bet, I'm not going to say it yet, but I'll bet if I say GOODGIRL, I'll bet it hits. We'll try it here in a minute. I do want to get her story though, because she is trying to get out of here. She's like watching that door. She's looking, trying to get out the window. I wonder, why don't we do this? Why don't we call Alexis here? Every time she comes over right now, because she's not being excessive, I want to reward her with a treat. Can I take this off? I want to take her lead off to just give her a bit more comfort. There you go. That, it's so funny because sometimes it's so light, but it can feel like such a heavy weight. And I don't want her to think right now that we're going out for a walk. Hey, Siri, call Alexis.
Hello.
So I am in here with, you may have seen her. Did you see her initially?
I did, yes.
She is so pretty. And you know what I like about her is she's like, you probably knew I would like her right out of the gate, huh?
Yeah.
She is the perfect size too, because she's like a true medium-sized dog. She's dense, but she's sized right. Like, she's small enough to be on the couch, but also in the bed. But you're not going to squish her if you sit down on or you roll over at night. But I do feel like she's got some, I don't know how else to say it, but she's got some baggage.
And yes, I can confirm, unfortunately, she does.
Okay. Let me prepare my heart for 1 minute here. It's funny when you work with someone for a while, like I've worked with Alexis for long enough. Hey, Alexis, by the way, thank you for all your hard work.
Of course. It's for the dogs. Absolutely worth it.
When you work with someone long enough, you can hear in their tone almost the whole story before you hear the story. And what I just heard right there is there's a story. So, okay, what is her story?
We do know that she's about 2 years old.
What's happening right now is she's being really reactive, but in a completely understandable way, because when you turn off the AI, here's what you hear. It's loud. It's a shelter. This environment is hard on any living being. The shelter's doing the best they can with what they have, but that doesn't make it any easier on the code. What I'm asking of her right now is, if you're a dog person, you go, oh yeah, I could do that. She would come right to me. Just know that what I'm asking for from her is extremely courageous and extremely brave, because all of the signals in her body, from sound to sight to smell, are telling her this is not safe. even though she is safe here. It's supposed to be a safe party. And she's taking a trip to England. Amazing. Okay. What is her story?
We do know that she's about 2 years old.
Oh, she's so soft too. She's letting me pet her. You're so velvety. You're like the Velveteen Rabbit. Okay, 2 years old. Okay, that's a good age.
She's been here for about 3 weeks now.
Okay, 3 weeks. All right. It's interesting to me that they still had the long lead on her, even though she's been here for 3 weeks.
She does have on her kennel card the word nervous, probably from staff, just observing her. And I could probably guess the reason is due to how she was found.
Oh no, how did they find her?
Well, she was confiscated from her home. The reason why was because police were actually called to a home for a welfare check.
The police had to go in for a welfare check. What was that welfare check for? Because she seems so sweet.
Yeah, so the police were called because nobody had made contact with the owner of the home and of this girl.
It's like a wellness check?
Yeah, it was a welfare check for the owner. Nobody had heard from the owner in a bit, I'm assuming. So when they went to the home, unfortunately, they found the owner had passed away about a week, actually, prior to them discovering the owner.
So that's why she's trying to get out of here. She's trying to get home to her mom, dad?
I believe mom. But it was very tragic just because I don't think it was right away. This was, I think, what I heard was about a week before they actually discovered that the owner had passed. So that means that this girl was in her home with her deceased owner for a week.
I just want to show you her sweet face. Because she can feel that. She knows that I am feeling that. Hi. I think it's hard because, we don't, like, a lot of times these dogs suffer from the things that we're going through unintentionally. Like, obviously her mom didn't intend to pass on her. But it makes it hard on the dog nonetheless. Any immediate family to be able to help her?
So unfortunately, there was no next of kin that could actually take this girl. So that's how she ended up here. The staff say that she's shaking and trembling here, that she's easily startled, and they are trying to work with her. They do say that she actually does well with other dogs. She is being kenneled with other dogs currently, and she's doing good with them. Okay, that's good. And we do know her name, of course.
We know her name? Okay, will you text that to me?
Yeah, of course.
Is there anything else that I should know before I talk to her and let her know that, well, before I talk to her?
No, I think I gave you everything.
Okay. Yeah, text me her name. And then she is available for adoption?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, yeah, text me her name. Thank you. I'll bet she knows this. Watch this. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Hi. You're a good girl. Yeah. You are a good girl. Do you know good girl? You remember good girl? You're a good girl. Yeah. You're a good girl. Even when I'm telling her that, she's waiting for mom to come get her. It's why she's sound checking and observant of everything. And it's tough in this situation because how do you tell her mom's not here anymore? I know how you tell her. And it's with the small amounts of trust that we've been building along the way. Say that and I'm out of treats. Hey, Alexis or Ken, could you slide some treats under the door to me? Oh, that's her name. Oh, her name is adorable. Okay, hold on. I can't wait to tell you her name, but let me have them slide some treats. need treats. I just text Alexis that. Actually, it says I near treats is what I said instead of I need. Look at us both begging for treats out of the door. Yeah, thank you. She's like, how's that machine work? Come here, sweetie, come here. I want to tell everyone your name, and I want to tell you we've been building trust because I need to tell you some really important things, okay? Mommy went over the Rainbow Bridge, but she is going to be waiting for you. So one day when you're ready, you can go there. And until then, you're only 2 years old. So you get to be a part of a family that is going to love you and cherish you. Someone out there knows that you were meant to be a part of their family and that the path is not a straight line always, but love will fill the ring if we just let it. Okay? And it's okay to be sad. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay to be sad because it's hard, right? And the good thing is, though, you're being vulnerable. And I'm going to tell you something that might blow your mind. So I want to do this somewhat easily. Tinker. You're a good girl, Tinker. You're a good girl. Hi. Tinker, you are a good girl. And I want you to know that your mama loves you very much. And someone out there is going to love you very much too. We are going to figure it out together. Okay? Okay? Do you want a hug? Do you need a hug? Has it been a while since you've had a hug? Here. You want a pen? It's a good girl. Yeah. Yeah. This is just a moment in time. The good thing is you've been through the hardest part. You were there for your mom when she needed you the most. You were brave. You were loyal. And now you're in this space, but it's just a moment, okay? The hardest part is over, and now we're going to help you find a new family. And that's right, you can relax. You can relax. You've earned that. You can let your guard down. You can trust again. Tinker, you're a good girl. You see how we built that trust enough to allow her to lay down? If you rewind through this entire video, there's not one moment where she laid down, and she did right there. And that's because that trust that we built allowed her to relax and know that as hard as this is, it's going to be okay because we've got her, right? We've got her. I'm going to need your help because the farm is full up right now, as we talked about. Hi. You're a good girl. Yeah. You're a good girl, Tinker. Like, she is so pretty, though, isn't she? She is so pretty. You know, it's often that we don't think about what happens to our dogs when we go. We're always not selfish, but we're living in the moment and going, or we're living kind of inside our heads going, what do I do when my dog leaves me? But for them, you always want to have a plan. What happens when you go? And it can be as simple as, hey, Mom, will you take my dog if something ever happens to me? Or kids, could you do this for me? Leaving them in your will. I've heard of people leaving more money to their dog than their family, which I am here for. Just always have a plan. That's my only advice is just have a plan so that they have somewhere to be or to go. The good news is all of us are going to make sure she's taken care of. So rest in peace, whoever you are, knowing that we're going to do whatever it takes to make sure that she's loved for the rest of her life. And that's pretty cool. Because without sitting with dogs before this, that may have never happened, right? Not that the shelter and this amazing team here isn't trying their best, but we have this unique ability as a community. As so many, like when I share this in the members group, so many of you will advocate and share and do whatever it takes to help her find her new family. And her tail is still tucked. And now we understand why. Hi. You're a good girl, Tinker. Her brain is saying, I don't understand why I'm here. I don't know what I did wrong. And you didn't do anything wrong. You've only done everything right. Okay? And I promise you, we're going to make sure you're taken care of. Because you're a good girl, Tinker. You're a good girl. Yeah, just a good girl. Yeah. Tinker's a good girl. Yeah. Just a good girl. Yeah. Yeah. Just a good girl. Yeah. I love you very much. I love you very much, Tinker. Here you go. So right there. Right there. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Y'all come up here? You want a scoop? You want a scoop? There, I thought you might want a scoop. Do you want a scoop? Yes, a good girl. That's a good girl for me. That's a good girl. You want a scoop? There you go. That's a good mama. That's a good mama. Yeah. Oh, you're such a good girl. You're loyal. You're a protector. Yeah, I can tell. I can tell. But you know what? You also get a hug too, okay? Okay, you want a hug? Yeah, so want a butt screen? Do you want a butt screen? Yeah. Honey? Okay. If you ever do the scoop or you pull a dog in, you always want them to have the ability to leave on their own accord whenever they would like. Just a disclaimer, because you never want to just, like, I want to give her a little compression, but I also want her to know she's got the freedom to move as she would like to move. But I bet we can get her back in here with an invite. Watch this. Come here. Come here. You want? Come here. Here. Come on. Come on. You come back in here. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Let's come in. You come in. Come on. Come on. Come on. I thought we got another scoop going, but I think she's waiting for mom to come get her. I hope that one of you finds this in your heart to come get her so that we can help her heartbreak heal. And she's at San Jacinto, Riverside County Animal Services. And I can verify she is a good girl. Okay. Thanks for sitting with dogs with me. So many of you, by the way, have told me, like, you didn't realize you weren't subscribed. So subscribe, because the more subscribers we have, the bigger and stronger this community gets. So check, make sure if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Do it for Tinker. So that one day she's waiting by the door for you.
Now, maybe you saw this already of her coming to the farm, so I'm going to play that for you here in a minute. But do you remember Olive? She's the dog that came into the shelter. She was dropped in night drop by her family. She had a big wound and tape around her and a t-shirt used as gauze.
Oh my goodness, immediate self-scoop. Oh, you're like, oh baby, huh?
But she's healed. She went through surgery. Rancho Coastal Humane Society helped her so much, and she's available for adoption. But just wait, you got to see this happy moment of her arriving to Flip's Farm for this Flip's Farm pup date, brought to you by Sundays for Dogs.
We're getting ready to take her to the farm. It doesn't always go this smoothly. Rancho Coastal Humane Society made that happen, and you guys made this happen where the surgery went smoothly. Like, it's really neat. It's only been like 5 or 6 days. A lot of times it's a much longer process. So to get to now bring her to the farm for the rehabilitation process, I can't wait for her to see how calm it is and like just get to see nature and the peace and the love at the farm. So we're gonna load her up, take her home.
Look who I am. We're going to the farm. You're safe forever and always. You're a good girl, Olive. Olive, hi.
We're here. Okay, good girl. Good girl. Hi, it's okay. You're good. It's okay. Yeah. So everything's so new to her. You can tell she hadn't been out and about a lot. Oh man, what I want to do is just let her off lead and let her run around. But we're just not there yet because, you know, she's not on total restricted activity, but like she can't just run around and buck around like a wild horse, you know? So we'll just let her check things out. Welcome to Flip's Farm. What do you think? You wanna go check out your new house? Your accommodations? Your resort relaxation and rejuvenation Quonset hut?
Man, that should be on a brochure, huh? She might not know stairs. I would give her more time, but it's a little warm out here, and her just being a black dog and not knowing where the water is and stuff. Oh yeah, she's already getting warm. So I'm just gonna, for this, we'll take the time to learn the stairs. I don't want to force her up the stairs. So I'll just get my squats in. So yeah, so we set up this space for her, which is just a bigger kennel, but it just keep her a little more confined until she heals. Come on. There you go. Olive, welcome to Flip's farm. Good girl. Yeah, you're safe. A lot of people out there love you. You're gonna be okay. Girl, oh, you're so sweet. She's so sweet. I know she's safe and like, and it's gonna be okay, but I just get overwhelmed sometimes after we've gone through all of this and we now have her in this safe space that means so much, you know, all the way from Flip, my soul dog, who was with me for so long, who I lost, and every day I think about him, and I know that he would be proud, and if he were here in this moment, he would be greeting her with love and kindness and giving her the space she needed. And so that just makes me happy that we're able to do this, and because of all of you, we're able to do this. Okay, well, Olive is in there right now, and she's starting her healing journey, so stick around.
And let me just say, in my experience, sometimes in rescue, you have the best intentions and it can all go wrong. You can do everything you can for that dog and they just may not make it, or it just doesn't work. And sometimes it goes pretty smoothly. In this case, it's been one of the best ever. She is sweet, she is kind, she is, outside of her puppy energy, she is tempered, she is good with people, like she's just an angel. And she's beautiful. In fact, I had our team come and help me with a photo shoot because I was trying to take pictures when I was out there with her and she kept bumping my phone camera, and she's such a gorgeous midnight black, it was hard to capture that. So at the end of the video here, I will put some of the amazing photographs we got of her. Olive is available for adoption at Rancho Coastal Humane Society. I'll put the link down in the description in case you want to make her your next family member. And again, a special thanks to Sundays for Dogs for sponsoring this section of the video, the Flip's Farm Pup Date. Now here's the thing about Sundays for Dogs. It's vet founded. And that's really important, especially with a dog like Lily, who's special needs. Because if the food can help a dog that is really in need, it certainly is great for your dog. So here's the story, designed by Dr. Tori. She got really frustrated because she saw these big corporations putting profit over our pup's health. You probably noticed the same. But what is it? Well, it's air dried to preserve maximum nutrition. And look, it's as nutritious as refrigerated and frozen options are, but with convenience. Just scoop and serve, no prep required. So what does Sundays for Dogs focus on? Clean ingredients, transparent, wholesome ingredients you can trust. They don't do synthetics, I mean like zero synthetics, no fillers, no artificial preservatives. When you really get down to it, it's meat and superfoods. Our little rescue dog Lily needed something like this, a power punch of nutrition to really help give her the best quality of life that she can have on our farm. I don't know about you, but when it comes to me, I want to feed my dog the best possible food and I want a good value. And Sundays for Dogs does that. Trust me, I have looked at a lot of dog foods. I have tried a lot of dog foods, and you know that when it's something that I'm feeding to my dog, Kobe, and something that we're feeding to all of the farm dogs that we're rehabilitating, that it's a quality food. Because not only do I read on the bag really quality ingredients, but I see the results in the day-to-day energy and health of our pups. You've probably heard me talk about it before because Sundays for Dogs has been a great partner and really supported the rescue dogs that we're helping. And I always say, let's support a company that's really helping us help these dogs. Oh, and what am I thinking? 50% off. You can't find this elsewhere. I had to twist Sunday's arms, but I wanted you to have the best food and the best entry price to try it for your dog, because I know if you get it, your dog's gonna love it. So go right now to sundaysfordogs.com/Rocky or link in the description and get it today for your dog. And let me know how it goes when you get it, because I'd love to hear and I'd love to say thanks for the support. I know these videos are hard to watch, but I appreciate all of you that have subscribed. And if you want the happy pup date adoption stories, I will put that video right here on the screen so you can click it and you can just watch all of the pup dates of all of these dogs that we've been sitting with, that you have been such a big part in helping them find their forever home.
I still recall the first time I saw you. I was so nervous to talk. Happened so fast. Went from so lonely to falling asleep in your arms. I used to be afraid to fall in love.